Hey everybody, this is Chiro with Mid-Mo-Yo. Have you ever gone up to a table and you just didn't know anybody and it was unfamiliar? You're looking around at the chips and you just don't see a whole lot of winners around the table. Kind of makes you scared about the .7 out. Uh, let's see if we can do something about that. Let's go to the table. All right, we're back at the Mid-Mo-Yo table. So this is going to be the No P.S.O. I did this on Mid-Atlantic Craps Jeff's channel on Wednesday night when I was playing with Dylan and Badger. And it's something I've been working on for a little bit. I even played it in front of my wife to explain to her, and she actually thought it was kind of cool herself. So it allows you to actually qualify a shooter, and you'll see what I mean. And then you can actually move into your own strategy at a certain point. So let's get right into it. Well, first let me say like, share, and subscribe. I'll say it at the beginning. It does help. I would, highly appreciate it. And it's something that really does help the algorithm for YouTube. So if you could press that thumbs up button and comment too. I love the comments, so I'd love to respond to the comments. And if you like this content that I'm providing, I'm actually bringing out some new stuff as well too. I've got tomorrow, which is Sunday, I've got a new episode of the Here's the Deal coming out. Should be a pretty good one because it's something I believe that we could all relate to. So be on the lookout for that. As well as in the next few days, I should be finishing up the next episode of the Squid Games. So be on the lookout for that as well too. All right, so let's get into this. I've got a $600 bankroll. And what I'm going to do, I just walked up to a table. I do not know anybody, and I'm noticing that their chips are not like massive. They're not doing fantastic themselves. So I'm a little leery, right? I'm trying to figure out, what do I do? Let's just test out the shooter first and see if we can qualify them. All right, so we're going to put $10 in the field. This is a $10 table. $10 in the field, and I'm going to go ahead and play the pass line. Let's get some dice here. I like the aces. Let's go with them. And let's see what happens. And right off the bat, I get tagged, but I got paid there. There was the shocker. I would have gotten paid here, but lost here, so it's a wash. Anybody who's brand new to craps and doesn't know this already, when the puck is off and you're on the pass line, you get paid on the 7-11. You lose it on the 2, 3, or 12. So since that was a 3, I would have lost that. But a 3 gets paid in the field, so it was a wash. And there is the square pair. All right. So point is 8. I lose this. And I am going to try for one more. So they basically, they have not really established a point yet, right? Or that they just established a point, but we've not hit more than one. We've only hit one of them. So I'm going to go one more time in the field here. And there's a 6. So lose the field again, but now I know that they're hitting some inside numbers. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and very minimally bet $30 on the opposite number. So even if the point was a 9 or a 10 or whatever, I would only do one of the 6 or the 8 with the $30 bet. So let's see what happens here. And there is the 7. All right, well, that didn't work out, but that's okay because we know that They're right around the corner. And the other thing is that we did not have an awful lot of money out there before that happened. So let's try this again. That was one shooter. And we got one in the field here. All right, let's see. And that is an 8. 5, 3, 8. Loser in the field. And let's go again. And there's the 7. So that is exactly what this represents, and I'm very happy that that happened. Look, we did not have much out there. A lot of times we get a point, everybody's like, let's put a bunch of money out there, and then that happens. Within a very, couple rolls, I have not lost too much of my money yet. So I'm very, very glad that that actually happened. So let's get some more change here. All right. And we're going to try that again. All right. So these are just representing the shooters. So $10 on the pass line, $10 in the field. And there's 4. Point is 4. And I get paid on the field. That's good. So I'm going to let that ride one more time. And there's 4. Well, that kind of worked out. Get paid there, get paid there. Point is down. And we're going to leave that out there. All right, so we kind of like that shooter already. Got a little bit of information on him. So we're gonna see what happens here. And there's 7. It's a wash because point is off. And there's a 6. 4, 2, 6. That goes away. And I'm not going to replace that. I like this shooter already, so I'm just going to go straight to the minimal bet on the 8, the opposite number. And we've got a 9. Oh, I'm sorry, 8. We got an 8. I thought that was a 6. So we got an 8, and that worked out quite nice for us. So watch what we do here. This is kind of at a point where you can say, yeah, I like this shooter. Let's go ahead and put some money up. So I'm leaving that there, but I ended up getting paid 35 here. So I'm going to rack the 25, and I'm going to put out 10, and we're going to put 10 on the 5 and 9. And we're going to see how this goes. Remember, he is still new to us. So there's the 516. Beautiful. The shooter has been qualified. Oops. Qualified in my opinion. All right. So now let's see what happens. Remember, we've got some money out here. I might do something after the points established. Let's see. And look at there. We get tagged on the aces. All right. And there's the hard 10. 10 on the end. All right. So he's rolled a couple of times. I'm going to do something. I'm going to turn me off. Let's just turn it off for just a second. Let's see what happens after the point. We remember this is the NO P.S.O. He just put a point. This is 23% opportunities of a 0.7 out happening. And there's the 9. All right. So we are going to pull that off, and we're going to, we should do something here, right? I'm going to try just minimal bet. How about that? I'm going to do a $12 bet on the 6 and see what the shooter does. And there's 4. Man, 4 and 10s are hot. I think Waylon's watching. Here's the 2, 3, 5. So we got 10. I'll do 15 for 1. All right. Those dice went crazy, and there's the hard 10. Whoops, that's turned on me. That was the hard 10. All right, so that's the point. Get paid on the pass line. Turn that off. Let's see what happens. And there's the 0.7, or not 0.7 out, but there's a 7 on the come out, so we get paid there. And we got a 6. There's that. We will move this to the 10. And since we've been hitting, we're going to move that. So we've got very minimal bets. This is a brand new shooter. Really what you're kind of wanting to do when you're qualifying a shooter, in my opinion, is not necessarily make money off of that shooter right after you've qualified them, although that would be a wonderful thing. What I like to do is hope that that shooter is going to stick around for a little bit after I've qualified him. So that way that when it comes around to him again, I don't have to go through these steps. I can already say, all right, he's actually, I've seen the way he bets. I've seen his rolling. I've seen whether he's dice setting or random, rolling. I've gotten a little bit of information off this shooter, and it was all because of this very minimal betting going on. So right now, what I got? $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80 right now. $80 out there. The point just happened on the 6th. One more time, I'm going to turn it off because it's no P.S.O. And there is the 5. So now we go ahead and take it off. And there's the 5 again. So I'll do 15 for 1. And there's the 10. 6, 4, 10. 10 with $10, it's a little bit different, isn't it? So it's $18. Yep, I thought so. 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. And there is the 7. Boom. So we were able to get a little bit of info on him. We're going to do one more roller here. And we're going to see if we can't learn off of this next shooter. That's what this is about. It's not necessarily making a bunch of money off this shooter right now. It's about, no P.S.Os and getting information on this shooter. And there is a hard 8. That goes away. This is a new shooter, so I'm going to try one more time. And that was a hard 8, so let's go there. And there's a 5. And that goes away. All right, so we've gotten over the slight hump. So let's go with minimal $30. And there's the 8, 6, 2, 8. So we're going to get a winner there. Point is off. Get a point. And there is the 7. So obviously that was off, but we do win on the pass line. And there is a 5, 4, 1, 5. So the point is 5. Now we are turning off. No P.S.O. And there's the 9, 5, 4, 9. All right, so now we can turn it back on, and I'm going to do a minimal bet on the 8. Remember, very minimal. And there we go, and that's the reason why. 6, 1, 7 out. So that kind of gives you an idea of seeing what you can do. Now, guys, I didn't make a profit here, but that's not what the point was. But as you can see, I still have a very good chunk of my rack here, it's qualifying that shooter in the first 4 or 5 rolls. I like to qualify a shooter within 3 to 4 rolls, and then I can probably start feeling a little bit more comfortable about not just betting on that roll with that shooter, but the next time it comes around to them. So that's what this one's about. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other ideas on that. I played this on the show on Wednesday night. If you go back, you'll see I did a slight variation because I was trying to beat the other guys. I was, doing a little bit more up here. Plus, having said that, dial-in is pretty good, and Badger, I wasn't even sure how Badger did, but it was a lot of fun playing with those two guys. And it was awesome that Badger has been, and now I just saw he's the king of the hill now, so that's pretty awesome. So we'll have to see how good he does. That's it, guys. I just wanted to show you this system that I've been working on for a no P.S.O system, allowing you to salvage and keep a hold of your chips, qualifying a shooter instead of just trying to bet on that shooter and hoping for the best, which we've all done and we've all gotten bit on. This is kind of nice, especially if you don't know the person and don't know how they shoot. So that's it, guys. That's all I have for you. I really appreciate you watching my stuff, and be on the lookout for the new stuff coming out. And we will talk to you soon, and I will see you on the flip side.